One thing that I feel like I don't have enough of, and this is definitely like comparing myself to like my colleagues and my fellow VTubers. I feel like I need to have more VTuber models. Like I feel like I need to have way more debuts. I feel like I'm lagging behind. I don't know, which I know I have like, it's all about patience, right? More, yeah, dude, I know. One thing that I would love to have is not a new model a month, but maybe like every 3 months. Kind of like, you know how there's like an anime season? Okay, I don't know why the frame rate is a little low. Also, let me, oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. I feel you have enough models already. Never enough. It's never enough. Never enough. The Iron Mouse closet. Honestly, I aspire to be like Mouse. Having a new model every... I'm literally going to look into how I could possibly do that. So, male wife model 1. The thing is, I do have a lot of models being worked on. Like, I literally have one that I want to premiere. I literally have one that I want to premiere on my anniversary. I might have 2. I actually don't know. I have one that I am getting worked on right now. But that one probably won't be done until like next year. I have one that'll be done maybe for my birthday. What theme? Well, I'm not gonna tell you the theme. That's giving the things away, chat. Come on, use that cabeza. I don't know why. Maybe it's just for me, but like for some reason, like the frame rate is a little bit on the weird end. All right, let me see. Ooh. I wonder if Amphorius looks all kind of... Oh shit, yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad that they left it looking like ass. I wonder if we can... The Fallen Twilight City. Oh, that's so cool. They have like the Evernight, and then they have the... That's so sick. They have like a version that is destroyed, and then a one that it's not destroyed. That's cool. Also, yeah, I don't know why. For me, the frame rate, I don't know if it's this monitor in the game right now is being a little weird. As long as it's not weird for you guys, that's all that matters. I guess we could try doing just to do my weeklies. We could do Echo of War. Oh, I've already done my Echo of War. Cavern of Corrosion. I mean, yeah, we can use our, because I don't really have relics for Hyacinth. Have you played all of the Amphorius quests?
Is that it?
Where did the music go? I don't like that there's no music.
Everything in this world is bleeding.
Oh, there it is. There's the music. Have you done the new galactic bit? I literally did that in an entire night. Hola, Easy. ¿Cómo estás? It took like a second. But yeah, no, I did the Galactic Baseballer event all in one night. Is it good? If you like JRPGs, I really would recommend. Let's see. Attack, HP, crit rate. I have no idea what Hyacinth needs. So let me look it up. I think it's a lot of HP stuff because max HP, right? Oh, excuse me. There you are. God damn, T0 across the board.
With so many Twitch channels I watch, but nice to catch your streams.
Hey, well, I'm glad.
Much love.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it needs speed to 200, and then HP. Ooh, that's not bad. Not terrible. Yeah, I don't know why the frame rate on this monitor is being weird. Like for the mouse. I don't know. I don't know if I'm tired, hallucinating, or what. Hey, what up, Nick Taze? How you doing, dude? Not HP? HP is good, but mostly speed. I mean, hey, you know. I like turn-based and hack and slash is why it struggled so much with Genshin. Then hack and slash. I mean, if you like RPGs, I would definitely recommend Honkai Star Rail. Oh, do they need punch? Hold on, because Apollo's being a little bitch. Let me see. HP, attack, defense. Ooh, not necessarily what I need. Hope you get some rest. It'll be fine.
Is that it?
Psychonaut Psy model, and that's the dream.
Hope you're all having a good week. See you, love.
Pikachu, think of it the 21 months. Long time lurker, first time chatter. That new squad video was hilarious. Which is the new squad video? Is that the lockdown protocol? Because that was a funny video.
Show no mercy.
I need to upgrade my relics for Hyacinth. She just dropped. Gotta get food. A fair. Away we go.
Time to cleanse the filth.
How was your sleep? It was pretty solid, I'd say. This is not the boots we need anyway. That is... Are those the boots? Those are the boots. And it's defense. That's really funny. Oh boy, oh boy. Any recommendations for making a VTuber? Don't spend all your money at once. That's for sure. I would definitely say, just kind of have fun with it, you know?
Everything in this world
God, I just feel so weird right now.
is bleeding.
Hey, what up, Van Kill? Is it weird to say that I really want to just play Borderlands? I can't believe I really got hooked on Borderlands of all things recently. Because I just needed something to turn off my brain. And yeah. What did you think of Cypher's playstyle? I'm on the fence a little bit, if I'm gonna be honest. First stream watching your vids for a while, but keep up the good work. Hey, well, thank you, Gojo Satoru. Not terrible, not what I need. But, you know. A size Shausher. Honestly, like a little cozy model, I think that'd be kind of cool. I think that'd be kind of neat, having like a little cozy model. It would have motivated. Yeah.
Time to cleanse the filth.
Dun, dun, dun,
Everything
dun,
in
dun.
this world
Have you been able to peep at any of the Momocon walk-alongs this weekend? Not at all. Not at all. I know that like Zen was walking around with like Ari and I think Froggy. Is being a PNG tuber cheaper than 100%. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars. Okay, these relics aren't great for me, chat. What up, phone charm?
Is that it?
Is this game's battle or the story? I would definitely say the story is one of the big highlights. If you're into sci-fi, like if you're really into like Doctor Who style stories, you would really like the story of Honkai Star Rail. Because they go to like a different planet, solve the issue there, and then they move on to the next planet. But the combat is really strong. Obviously right now I'm just doing auto battle, but we're grinding. So that's kind of the thing. And I feel like once you get to a high enough level and you have strong enough builds, you can just kind of auto battle everything. But is that a little arrogant? Probably. But I do have 2 of the characters in this team at maxed out, like E6. So that's the only reason. I don't recommend that for everybody. That's a bad piece for Hyacinth. That's a terrible piece for Hyacinth. This game kind of looks like Kingdom Hearts. How? Because anime? I know we just got 3.3, but I need 3.4 so bad. Honestly, I'm excited for 3.4, but it can wait. It give me a breather. Give me a second to breathe.
You're a stubborn one.
Show no mercy.
Rip missing link. So true. So true. Away we go. Imagine this game getting an anime. I'm surprised this game hasn't gotten an anime. I still think to this day that Genshin is lacking its anime from Ufotable. Damn, that's crazy. I need that, but on that. I think the reason why Ufotable hasn't done the anime is because they're wanting to finish up Demon Slayer. Like, I truly, honestly believe that is the case. And at this point, they're gonna start adapting Genshin by the time it ends. Who is your main again? In what? You have to be more specific, because your main in Star Rail isn't really... You need to have 4 mains. I love games that are so far from reality. Well, that would be this game. 100%. I feel like Hoyo does a really good job at, like, storytelling. Which is why I'm like, if folks don't really like the playstyle of a game, that's not even the pieces I need. If they don't like the playstyle of a game, you know, like if you don't like open exploration, if you don't like RPGs, because apparently that's a thing that people don't like, if you don't like the combat of Zenless, I feel like having the anime form of it is the way to go. And, you know, regardless of how people feel about Genshin Impact, I do think when Genshin drops its anime, I do think it's going to be bring in a new wave of players that will want to experience the Genshin story again for the very first time with, like, even more detail. Because I feel like that's a lot of anime watchers, right? Hey, what up, Lord? They always, like, anime watchers always want more of, like, literally Horimiya, right? Horimiya is a perfect example. This is actually not a terrible piece. I'm going to save that for the double HP. The defense and the effect res isn't great, though. But it's not a terrible, because, like, Horimiya is a perfect example, right? Horimiya literally did everything from the beginning of the manga to the end of the manga in a weird way, honestly. There's, like, maybe 1 or 2 stories they didn't cover in the anime. But people still ask me, it's like, when are we going to get another season of Horimiya? And I was like, you're not. And they're like, why not? And I was like, because they did everything. You need more speed. I know that. I know that. I know I need speed. That's my copium, you dumbass. I know that I need more speed. I still see HP as a plus, especially for this, because if you've noticed, not a single piece I've gotten has been fucking speed. I know that, you dickhead. Also, sorry if I'm a little bit on the crankier side today. I am lacking sleep. So my patience for shit will be very minimal today. Why did you stop playing Genshin? Because I'm waiting for it to be voiced. And also, I stopped playing Genshin specifically because at first, when it came to the strike, Genshin was done at Formosa, which was a struck company. So that's why. And now I'm just waiting for it to be voiced. Accuse hundreds of people keep asking it, even after saying, hey, that just proves they don't watch. Yeah. Bum 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 ba da 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 da. Is the strike almost over? I don't fucking know. I wish. I love how you guys think I have all the answers. But anyway, to go back to the Genshin thing about the anime, that's the reason why I think the Genshin anime will bring in a new... When I was streaming Doom, someone asked if I'd played Genshin, and I... That's so funny, but you motherfucker. I've actually thought about playing Doom on stream. I don't know. I keep going back and forth. But before I forget my point, because it's ADHD, I think the Genshin anime will bring in a new wave of fans. That I don't know if they'll play all of the game, but I do think, God, I am just getting fucked here. But I do think that it'll bring in a wave of fans that are so interested in just getting a more detailed version, because there's no way the Genshin anime is going to cover every single detail or even have the pandered dialogue that the Genshin Impact, the game, has. So, why aren't you checking any of the other set pieces? Oh, because this set piece that I'm going for is specifically for Hyacinth. That's why. Like, I'm specifically going for relic pieces that are to build Hyacinth. And the reason for it is because the set, if you have 2 pieces, it increases speed. So it's just like, if you have more of the same one, so like, here, I'll show you. Ooh, thank goodness, speed! We take that. Now, if you can add a little bit of healing, we'll save that. But yeah, like you see, increases speed by 6%. And then when the wearer or their memo sprite provides healing to ally targets, this set is literally made for Hyacinth. Like, literally, or their memo sprite. You can only trigger once per turn while the wearer has gentle range. Speed increases by 6, and all allies crit damage. So, you see what I mean? So, which is really ironic. I really do wonder if, like, Cypher, what Cypher's relic set will be. If it'll be this one, or if it's the Hermes looking one. Because this involves speed a lot. And this is new best for every healer.
Hey, Cy.
Really?
Just want
Does
you
that
to
include
know you were
Bocha?
my biggest inspiration to start VTubing, so thank you.
Oh, I'm glad. Thank you, Alibor. I'm glad. Thank you for all the biddies. I appreciate it. Appreciate the 500 biddies. I hope your PNG tubing endeavors go well. No, we're not getting an HSR anime, as far as I know. I mean, the closest thing we'll get to an HSR anime is all the shorts that we be getting, but nothing is confirmed about like an official anime. Yeah, increases crit damage when the wearer becomes the target of another ally. Target abilities can help, stacking up to 2 times. Interesting. I wonder who that is for. But it's not for the one we're going for.
Is that it?
Oh, right, the Mirrored Celestia trailer. I mean, yeah, like, that's just the one. This set is good for every healer. Yeah. Anime can take years to develop. They sure can. And it just depends. So, quick thing, what's up? Did I get Moon's merch? I did not. Is it live? Genshin gets an anime is that the traveler finally talks every time. You don't know that. You don't know that. That is presumptuous. Ooh. We take it. We take that. We take it because of the HP and speed. Ha ha ha. Finally. Some decent polls. Screw it, might as well. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The frame rate is being a little weird on my end. As long as you guys don't notice the weird frame rate, that's fine. If HSR gets an anime, would you be... Yes. Why would I say no to that?
Show no mercy.
Why would I say no to reprising a role that I love? Hey, if they ask you to voice Chung Xiaoxia in a Link Like movie, would you do it? Nah, I don't really feel like it. Hey, the Demon Slayer movie coming out. Are you gonna voice Kaigaku? Nah, I don't really feel like it. Hey, so Shallot is gonna be in another Legends thing. Would you do it? Nah. Yes, I would do it. Why wouldn't I do the thing that I love? Not what we're looking for. Actually, this might be exactly what we're looking for. Hold on. Because I thought, for my dumbass thought this was feet. Okay, this is okay. We need outgoing healing. This is okay. But, like, we'll take this as a temp. But we need outgoing healing. I need to go on vacation. Like a proper vacation, I think. It's funny, I say that. Every time I say I'm like, I need to go on a vacation, literally like 3 days in, I'm like, oh man, I want to be streaming.
Time to cleanse the filth. Everything in this world.
That is a crazy statement, Kalara. Guys, yes, he's an HSR player. That means he hates money. But he needs money for the addiction. Therefore, yes, he will take voiceover right. That's crazy. Man, I hope someone, a unit I end up getting needs that relic set.
Is that it?
We know. I know you know, Simba.
His thunder.
Watch over you.
Locha, Fugue, and Silverwolf. Huh. Earning money to spend money. I mean, is that not what we do in this society?
Show no mercy.
Is that literally not what we do? We earn money to spend it, whether it be on bills or random bullshit. Spectrum Hottie, I don't know all the details. I believe you're referring to the Trailblazers. From my understanding, yes, they were replaced. The chances of them coming back are super slim. I don't know much of the details. So, it fucking sucks. It's unfortunate. I mean, the new people sound good from the bits I've heard. But, it's gonna take some time to get used to. But yeah, I'm gonna miss Caleb and Rachel. And, if folks really want Caleb and Rachel back, I doubt this will help at all. But if you, the most you can probably do is just submit in the feedback form to let Hoyo know that you want them back.
Is that it?
But even then, I don't think it'll happen. Because The chances of an actor coming back after getting replaced are very slim.
Before me.
I mean,
Over you.
look at
You on your path.
Kenpachi in Bleach. Hey, what up, King? It's a pleasure to meet you too.
Show no mercy.
Is that just my hero? What about my hero? Oh yeah, my hero, I guess technically another one. Alright. Okay. Still not outgoing healing, but I think the other one was better because it had speed. But this isn't terrible. Ooh, wait, if he... Ooh, you bitch. I know I can craft speed boosts.
Is that it?
I know I can. You know, technically, George, that's backseating. And we don't fuck with backseating here.
Everything in this world.
They do have different vibes. I do agree with that, Big Trim. But I mean, that's the thing with like replacements, right? Like, you're not gonna get one-to-one. Like, people will do their best to like sound, if that's their job, if voice matching is the thing, they're gonna try their best to sound like the original. But you don't know what circumstances, why they got replaced, all the details, you know. But like, I mean, look at remakes, look at like, I'm not even referring to Persona, but look at like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, or remake, I should say. You know, anytime a remake is done, they usually get a brand new cast. I mean, the Mario movie, another example. Like, people, the problem is that that's honestly, so I remember a long time ago, I was in a meeting with Crunchyroll, unrelated to like VTubing stuff, but voiceover. And I asked one of the producers, I was like, hey, so what are the goals of SimulDub? Ben, I hate doing voice matches. I refuse to tread the same path as someone else. Well, that is one way to look at it, but as someone who has done voice matches, I see it as like, specifically voice matches, because there is a difference. There's a difference between doing a voice match and taking over for someone. Because doing a voice match, for me, is doing your best to honor the previous performance. And I come at it because of, because I've had to voice match Billy Komet. And every time I have to do a voice match of Billy, I do my best to honor. And heck, anytime I audition for anything that relates to voice matching, it's about honoring the original performance, right? That's why there's a difference between voice matching and just doing a brand new thing. You know? I don't even know where I was going with that. Oh, right. That's, so a long time ago, I had this conversation with the producer at Crunchyroll. This was like 6 years ago. And we were talking about simuldubs, right? Oh, I agree with that, Ben, sure. But a long time ago, we were talking about simuldubs. If you aren't aware of simuldubs at this point, it's been long enough, right? A simuldub is essentially when an English dub comes out around the same time, if not, like, you know, a week or two after the Japanese, the original Japanese anime, or drops on the same day. And I asked him, I was like, why are we doing it? And the producer was like, well, first impressions are everything. Because when someone hears an anime or a show or a cartoon or a video game, the very first voice they hear, that's the benchmark, right? Like, they're like, oh, that's what they sound like, right? Like, it's like, okay, it's imprinted in my brain what this character, what this person, what this thing is like. I was like, huh, that is interesting. Because how can you compare what the original Japanese sounds like if the very first performance you hear is in English? Or vice versa, right? So it's like, and I understood the method to the madness, right? Like, simuldubbing is an insane feat, having to do all that work, having to, like, in such a short amount of time. But first impressions are everything. First impressions do matter. Like, I mean, for the longest time, folks didn't realize that Masako Nozawa was Goku, right? Because back in the day, we didn't have access to the original Japanese of Dragon Ball Z. A lot of folks just had the English dub, or I had the Spanish dub, or, you know, etc. And if you're so used to hearing Sean, and then you hear Masako Nozawa, who's a legend, people are gonna be like, oh my god, that's what Goku sounds like in Japanese? Which I've had friends who have straight up said that. right? And it goes the other way too, right? Like, you know, if you're playing a game, whether, you know, whether it's Star Rail, whether it's like, you know, a game from Japan or China or Korea, like a French game, you know, like the very first voice you hear is in a different language, or in Spanish, you know, whatever, and then you hear like a dub version of it, then you're gonna be like, oh, that's not what the original sounded like. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. Oh yeah, when they got Brian Drummond, I thought that was really cool. That's a huge callback for Dragon Ball Super. Yeah. But yeah, that's why to go back to the Trailblazer thing and getting adjusted to you're like I said, the new Trailblazers I don't think sound bad, but because we've played this game for 2 years, we've already heard what they sound like. We already have an idea in our brain of what these characters are supposed to sound like, at least in English, right? Because they sound different in Japanese and Chinese and Korean, right? Because those are the other languages offered. But, right, like that's just the thing. Even when Mario got replaced, not by Chris Pratt, but by, you know, Kevin, when it stopped being Charles Martinet, like we were all like, that sounds like Mario, but it sounds a little different. Ooh, if I could just get a goddamn speed, you'd be perfect. But you get what I'm saying? All that to say, first impressions are everything, and I understand why it'll take some time to get used to. So, and I mean, that happens with like remakes and just anything that gets a brand new cast. And I mean, sometimes like there's so many different casts, right? I mean, Evangelion has like 5, right? Gintama, the English dub, has like 3 or 4. Same for Berserk, right? Like,
everything in this world.
There's so many different anime that have, and I mean, even back in the day, like, I mean, Goku in the English dub in Canada had 3 different actors now. Because it had Ian James Corlett, Kirby Morrow, and Peter Kellemus. And that was just in Canada alone. That wasn't even including Sean at the time. Yeah, Rip Kirby. But yeah. Kevin Afghani does damn good. I agree. Kevin Afghani does a great Mario, Luigi. He's a great voice match.
Show no mercy.
But you're describing literally happened to me with Bleach. I had the Japanese dubbed first, so Kenpachi's English VA always... Yeah, like, that's the thing. Your first impression of a character, like, if you hear them in Japanese, and then you listen to them in English. I mean, I feel like that's why a lot of folks are very wary of Yakuza. Because Yakuza for so long, it's been in Japanese, right? And every right to be. It's a very Japanese story. I mean, it's about the Yakuza, for fuck's sake. So, you know, everybody has an impression of what Kiryu sounds like, what Majima sounds like. So when they hear the English dub of these characters, you know, then they're like, oh, that doesn't feel right to me. It's like Squid Game, right? Because with Squid Game, you know, you hear the original. You hear the original language, and then when you hear the English dub, like, obviously it doesn't match the flaps and all that stuff. Then you're like, oh, that's not what I thought it would sound like in English. Because in your brain, you're hearing the language, you're hearing the voices, and then your brain is like auto-translating to like a different sound. So then when you hear it, you're like, oh, that doesn't sound like what I imagined. You know what I mean? Mark Hamill was the original Majima. I did hear about that, yeah. So when I heard Mercer, I looked up clips, so. I mean,
Show no mercy.
To the folks who have watched Ace Attorney, or played Ace Attorney, the ones that have voiceover, like, how did you feel when you heard like, it not be Sam Riegel in the anime? Because in the anime, it's Eric Vale, you know? So yeah, that's why I feel like there's a lot of like, you know, it's like don't watch dubs, don't watch subs, like that kind of that argument, like subs versus dubs, is because so many people have the first impression of, and then, you know, then it gets into a whole other bullcrap. But anyway, that's my tangent. This is what happens when I'm a little sleep deprived and I get going about stuff. I love Phoenix's voice, but I did not like Apollo's. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea who Apollo is. That's the little guy, right? That's the little guy. I hope you enjoyed 3.3 Quest. It was a blast. I give it a 9.5. And I say 9.5 because I still feel like there's a bunch of dialogue that wasn't necessary. A lot of filler that didn't need to be necessary. We haven't got there, chat. We sure haven't, but I'm assuming that's the little guy. This is a great piece for someone else. I need speed, damn it. I mean, I could make it. Here, I'll do one more run, just because I can. And then with that, I think I should have a decent build. For me, dub is a lot easier because I have audio processing issues. Hey, dubs are easier for me too. So I get it.
Everything in this world.
Yeah, that's my thing too, Tenor. Like, there's just a lot of things that they repeat. It's a very, like, tropey anime thing. So, it's very tropey with some of the dialogue, but, like, I mean, I feel like a lot of games, a lot of gacha games have that issue, not just Soyo. Hey, thank you for the 2 months. Little Ika, gordito. I was skeptical for the remake. Once I started playing the game, I came to like it a lot. Cody, Christian, Since I love Steve Burton and Drew. Yeah, they're great, but it does take some time to get used to, for sure. You're killing me. Double crit on a healer said, I love RNG. Isn't it great? Isn't it awesome, guys? Isn't it awesome? I love the Euphoria story, but the way they present it, it can be repetitive at times. Yeah, that I do agree with. Penacony, I think, had it worse.
I don't feel it's right for Hoyo to replace his all past voice lines done by the OG VAs. It just feels like their past work didn't mean anything when making these characters who they are. Newcomers might not know it's if Sadeg I don't want to make this sound like
Mario Castañeda is my Goku, 100%.
I wish them the best.
I get what you're saying. And I do agree with you. But I'm trying to think from a company's perspective, which isn't, like, ideal. I do agree that they shouldn't remove that, and I feel like Frankie is a perfect example of that. But there's also a difference, and that difference is that this is a live service game, and it's not a, and it's not an anime that's been going on for, like, 20 years. If not more. And because there will be constant newcomers and they can update it. Yeah, that's the shitty thing. Like, I don't like it, but I understand. Ooh, not terrible. Not terrible. Double attack. I wish it was, I think I have a piece that is better, but. Or a one-and-done game. Right, like if it was a one-and-done game and then they come out with a sequel and need another actor, sure. That's different. But the thing is that if you want to be consistent, because then you will have this exact same conversation, right? Because if it's let's say in a year now, right? Let's say in a year from now, a new wave of Star Rail players come through, which is the idea, right? And they're playing the game, and in trailers they've seen, they hear the Trailblazers sound away, and they're starting off the game, and in the game, the voice is different. It's gonna confuse them. And as a consumer, it's like, oh, it's inconsistent. So they're just thinking at this, it's like, oh, what would be easiest for the consumer? So, and again, I'm not a fan of it, but that's why I keep telling people, if you are truly upset about, Caleb and Rachel getting replaced, I would suggest to go to the Honkai Star Rail feedback forum and just let them know it's like, hey, and be respectful about it, because I feel like when people go into the feedback forum, it's like, they're always like, hey, you fucking dickheads. No, be respectful, like, you know. And again, even then, I don't think it will do much, because someone coming back after getting recast is very unlikely. So. You know what I mean? Son of a bitch. Hi, Mr. and Miss Dickhead. You gotta add a mister. Wait, what happened?
Show no mercy.
Oh. I'm just dicking around.
Watch over you. Guide you on
Let
your
me
path.
know when you're ready. We might actually be playing Elden Ring sooner than I thought. I will miss Rachel and Caleb. Me too! Me too, man. It fucking sucks. Alright. Harmony TVs, but they are probably gonna go back and replace those. Damn, those stats look ugly. Thank you, Victor. Thank you for reminding me of what I look like in the mirror.
Everything in this world.
They really need to remaster Azur's Wrath. I mean, that would be fire. I feel like Genshin has the worst. Oh, 1,000,000%. What about? I will miss them and Caleb versus Nick bantered. Oh,
Show no
yeah.
mercy.
Mr. Pretzels Forever, the chances of that are even lower than Caleb and Rachel getting their jobs back. Son of a bitch. Yeah, okay, I think I'm good. And I say that because it's like the person who did all of those was Nick. And I don't know if Nick would do those, at least not for a long while, you know what I mean? I hope Nick is okay. I've talked with him. He's doing all right. He is like disheartened by everything, which I mean, fair enough. You know, I am too. So, as long as the product quality does not decline, or if it does finish the job at least. That's such a weird. But that's so subjective. You know what I mean? Bug report. Is that where you go? I feel like they changed it on me, by the way. Like, feedback. Because I feel like there used to be, like, a feedback button. Am I just blind? Am I just blind, chat? Your dinner is here? I guess it is that time. They shifted around the phone stuff? Yeah, they sure did. So it's, like, tripping me up a bit. Oh, well, it seems like we might actually be, starting a little bit earlier. I think bug report is what leads to support. That. All right, let's see. What's the smart equip here? Oh, I still need to get the planners. Apply plan. Confirm. What did you give me? Yep, the speed one. The double HP. That's what I thought. The speed, which isn't really not the outgoing. I guess they saw the speed as opposed to the outgoing healing. Yeah, I know, Simba. Or are you just on chat? Here, I'll switch to the outgoing healing for now. The fact we did not get a single speed boot is bullshit. I'll probably make one. Is this the item I need for the planner? Yeah, giant tree of wrapped brooding. Let me see. I do have more, so I might. We need a planisphere of HP, which we technically do have. And it's just the one. So we're going to work with that for now. Obviously, this is temp. And then energy regen.
Hi, Sue.
Hi.
Can't wait to meet you Saturday at the Iron City
Yeah,
Comic-Con.
I'll be at Iron City Comic-Con this coming weekend, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun. Speaking of our chat, are Sayu and Ama real siblings? No one answer that. No one answer that. Also, thank you for the 1,000 biddies, Murph. No one answer that. No one answer that. All right. We're calling Ama. Let's see if Ama picks up the phone after they just told me they were ready. Or if they're a giant liar. Also, to give context, by the way, chat, this is how much I've done of the I've literally completed it. Shout out to Ama telling me that they were ready. And then, you know, not answering my phone.